put plan for youth as well. Events, football, music. We have like 5 or 6 people doing R&B in Dublin here. I don't know if you know. They are playing music. We have a Bruce. We have people who are doing already music. How are we going to support them? How are we going to organize the event? If you, the community, take it in front, you will get the revenue you need on top of the signature. So that was my comment to it.
Thank you.
No, it's just for time purpose, all right? This is not just for everybody else. It's question and answers.
Okay.
For any feedback, you can talk to the president after the event, all right? Just to clarify a few things, because well, if we stand there, everybody to give a feedback, it's about 10 o'clock, all right? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but if you have any feedback, talk to the president of the team after the event. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna say a few words and then I'll pass it to Mother who has questions. So this is high level. You know, when it comes to vision, it's high level. Everything that you mentioned is part of the vision. It's just that we're going to dissect it slowly, right? So I'm just gonna address some of the things that you mentioned. So, you know, this is, you know, we want to have a moment of transparency. So the first thing around having someone more experienced, yes, we do have people more experienced helping out in the background. It's just sometimes you might not see them here yet. These are the people who are officially working with us every day. But behind that, there's people like you, there's people like, you know, my brother and DJ guy next to you. So these are people that I have conversations with and they give me ideas as well, things that I can also implement within, you know, what we're doing with CCI. So as I said, it's an us thing, it's not a me thing. So everything that we're doing, we want to make sure that everyone feels heard, whether it's someone young, someone a little bit older, someone who's, you know, maybe in their 60s, but we want to make sure that everyone is included. And then when you mention businesses, again, part of the plan, but this is just, you know, it's high level. When we say support, it's supporting literally everyone and making sure that we are addressing all of the things that you mentioned. And then for the youth, the man just sitting behind you has already everything mapped out, because this is more like a global vision, but we will then start to tackle every single field, and that's where you'll see another vision, you know, on top of this, and so on and so on.
Thank you.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Mama Clementine.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I just want to ask how CCE will support young generation who's struggle in some subject in school, like.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Sorry, I just feel like there's so many things about the youth there.
Judge,
So I'll give the youth ambassador to just maybe share a few words on that, and then I can ask you.
My name is Josh, as people know me, but it's actually French Josue. Like it's my first time. It's my first time seeing so many Congolese place. Even though I'm Congolese myself, I was raised in Congo. I moved here when I was 13. I had no English whatsoever, and I settled in Quebec. That's where I basically went to secondary school. So 5 years later, I did my Nini cert. I have 545 points. Like I basically told myself a few things and stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So after my living cert, I went to UCD. I did science, and of course that was something I was very passionate about since I grew up in Congo, and I know how infectious disease like basically kills people and stuff. So it's something. So I basically just shaped that around my surroundings, and so like Congo is basically everything I know. So I went to UCD 4 years, did microbiology, and finished the first class. So I wanted something different again. Of course, I'm in Ireland. So the first thing I looked was integration. And of course, looking at people like myself, there weren't that many in UCD. And of course, like, you know, the first thing we all come with is here, that's what unites us. But at the same time, we're in Ireland, it's about integration. And the best way to integrate is education. That's literally like the base. And that's something that my parents taught me from a very young age. I haven't seen my mom since I was 13. I'm 25 now. But I already knew, I've seen my mom struggle. And of course, people here, you guys have kids, or probably around my age, or they're coming through the youth in Ireland. So after UCD, I basically went to tax. So I'm basically just a qualified tax advisor. Just finished my exams there with PwC, and I just went down to court to work in an American company down there. I basically kind of like did everything, but then I wasn't within the community. Like I don't know if that makes sense. I was just I had to step back. What they usually say, to see a problem, you have to be outside the problem to see it. When you're within a problem, you don't actually get to see anything because you're clouded. You're part of the problem. So like, I know a few people here just because of my interaction with a few other people and stuff, and I always wanted to give back to my community. I wanted to paint a different picture that I didn't see, or I wanted to see. They always say, be somebody that you wanted, be somebody or be someone you always wanted that wasn't there. So that's what it's education where we can start. I don't want to tell someone what you've been doing is wrong or anything. It's about being a role model. The key word is mentorship. It's mentoring people. I want to put a plan up there. So my plan is still for the junior sector because I know that's very key. It's coming very soon. I didn't know anything about the CCR, but there was a page I saw from this community in Ireland. I put my name up. I put a post back in 2021 COVID started, where I was like, I will volunteer my time one-on-one free of charge for anyone that's doing the living cert, and I had no reply. It's about holding people accountable.
Yes.
Thank God you asked that question. Well, I'm sure many people here are on that group chat. Where was the reply to my one-on-one free of charge? I will basically put my time. I was still doing my own exams, my class exams, but I was like, I will answer anyone's question.
But before living cert, there's a children in second class, in third class who's struggling math in a candy for. Before to wait for
primary school or second school?
No, secondary school.
So you do your junior cert first, then living cert.
Yeah.
So I said anyone.
Okay.
There was no reply. So it's about holding people accountable. We can point out our problems, but if people aren't accountable, you won't find it. You can find a problem. You need to put steps to put a solution. I will not go to your house and give you solutions.
Thank you.
It's not going to happen. It's about holding people accountable. I'm a bit nervous because this is something I've seen it happen all the time, and I face it myself. And accountability. There's a problem. I can't help you if you don't put the step. You need to reach out to me. I need two-way streets.
Okay.
That's basically the way we need to go. For now, junior cert, it's important. Fair enough. But I want to focus on the living cert because the living cert is a crossroad where you start deciding where you want to be. I knew mine before coming to Ireland, but many people here don't. They're still struggling to find themselves what they want to do.
Yeah. What about what the subject? That's
All right. So basically, that's the thing again. If you are in the group chat, I posted a free of charge again. That a friend of mine is doing his Congolese as well, but like myself, we'll always be on the shadow. It's free of charge every Saturday. He has Zoom links where he's teaching like maths or any other subject. People can join, but people aren't joining.
Thank you.
Which is the other thing. Yeah, resources are there. Like this whole community thing, we're not fixing people's problems. We are making aware things that people didn't know existed. It's basically putting the resources out there for people to use. If you don't use it, you are accountable for not using it. That's basically for the living junior cert, living cert. I had a thing up there, and I have a plan for which wasn't shared because this is just a high level. But there are things that put behind the scenes that will basically be made aware to everyone else.
Yeah.